Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Montessori Time. I'm your host Shubram Reddy. I'm a primary Montessori teacher trained by AMI. So today I'll be showing you a few more activities that you can create for your child at home. And while I'm showing you one such activity, I will be talking about all the developmental principles that are happening within the activity directly and indirectly. So let's move on to the activity. So this is a pouring set from one jug to three unequal containers. You can see the three unequal containers. So let me show you how to work with this activity. So this is one cycle of the pouring activity. This doesn't have to be literally done exactly with the same materials. You can use three identical containers here, and proportionately you can increase the size of your jug depending on these. And you can also have larger grains. Here the child has already finished working with large grains and medium grains. Now he's challenging himself more, so that's why he's using a smaller grain. You can even have an activity where you just pour from one jug to another identical jug with different kinds of grains. So basically what's happening here is that the child is using his pincer fingers to strengthen his grip. For us adults, we don't even give a second thought. We easily can pick and pour, but for a child this is very challenging, especially for a 2.5-year-old or a 3-year-old child, because this activity is apt for a 2.5 to 3-year-old child. And when he is using these fingers to hold the handle of the jug and lift it to apply pressure, he is indirectly preparing himself for writing, because he is going to use these fingers for writing later on. And when he lifts the jug, he is coordinating his movement and he's exercising his muscular grip here. And he needs to know how high to lift the jug. He needs to know at what angle to tilt the jug for the grains to start pouring. For this, he needs great concentration. For you and me, it's very simple, but for a young child, he needs to put all his concentration. He needs to have a will, and he needs to exercise that will to know when to stop, or else the grains will just spill all over. And by having more than one container, it aids his repetition, which is not only helping him practice more, but it's also creating a pattern for the child to see and absorb all the movements, as well as to exercise his pincer fingers. And by completing a whole cycle, he's showing great perseverance. The simple activity of pouring will later on lead this child towards finishing whatever he starts and being able to concentrate and exercise his will. These are all very important for a child to grow into a man. So, along with all these developmental principles, pouring is a real life skill which is very essential for everyone. It not only helps him in his adaptation, it also helps him in his social cohesion. So, when he's at a dinner table, he can pour for himself as well as his friends or family, whoever is having dinner with him. So, that builds social cohesion. That is possible only when he is able to do his work independently. Then he can serve other members of his group, and this builds social cohesion. See, this is an activity which we wouldn't give a second thought if whether it is important or not for a young child. But once we know about all the developmental principles and all it is doing for the child to help him in his growth indirectly, it's beautiful. And all these materials are readily available at home, and we can make this set within a few minutes. It's always good to have a jug with a spout or a pouring lid. And you might be wondering why we're giving children ceramic or glass items. That's because you should have a variety of objects in your home or in your class for the child to work with, because in the real world he's going to work with different kinds of materials in his daily life. So it's always better for the child to develop skills where he knows how to work with different kinds of materials. Even if it breaks, it's okay. You don't have to scold the child or even tell him that he did something wrong, because when he just looks at something beautiful that's shattered into pieces right in front of him, he's really upset, and that itself plays a very big teaching role for him. So even he knows that he shouldn't be careless, or he should be more careful, or that he should get better with his movements, because the material itself is speaking to him when he holds it like this. If it's bending, he knows he needs to apply more pressure and give it support. And he's taking so much feedback from the material, so we shouldn't restrict the child from learning with only one kind of material. So that's why we want him to work with different materials, so he can develop skills around working with these materials. And also because he's going to work with different kinds of materials in the real world. Practical life activities also help the children in becoming independent, and it builds their coordination of movement and aids them in their concentration. And the material is made such that it aids repetition, which is good for the mind and the body. Yeah, this is the large grain set. Unfortunately, I didn't have two identical cups with a pouring lip or a spout, but that's really preferred. And the grains do not have to be filled till the brim. You can leave a little space or just fill the cup 3/4. That's good. So have a happy Montessori time at home. If you want me to show more activities that can be done at home, please comment below so that I can come up with these new activities in the following video. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.